What's up, my brothers and sisters? I'm out here today, or in the elements, a little bit windy. I'm hoping that doesn't affect the sound quality of the video. Got the water in front of me, sun behind me, and trees surrounding me. You know, the five elements: wind, water, fire, earth, and space. Space. Try to conceive that one, man. Mind-boggling. You know, we're mostly empty space. Everything appears solid. But that's a whole topic, discussion for another video. The intent of the video today is me bringing a different energy to you. I know in my last video I was kind of in the feels, you know, I just had got done crying, and but I'm very open, and there's never any shame. So me being real with you means me showing all sides of me, and that includes, you know, if I'm in the fields, you know, a little bit emotional. You know, that's one dimension of the human experience. I got our body, mind, emotions, and spirit. But a lot of guys are very social stigmas around in certain ideologies around what it means to be masculine. And that's kind of what I shared my thought process on a little bit in the last video. Obviously it wasn't an entire thought process, because like I said, I'm multi-dimensional, so there's a lot more to it. But me being real with you means me showing all sides of me. So, but today I'm bringing a different energy to the video. Today I'm feeling awake, aware, and alive. I got that sense of passion, fire burning within me, you know. There's not a force in the world like a focused drive. You gotta focus on yourself like an only child. You wake your game up, then you bring your team up with you. You make your scheme better. You make your dream realer. You know that one of the intents of this YouTube channel is it's all part of the plan, the long-term plan. It's part of the dream. So I appreciate you sharing your time, energy, and attention with me if you're watching. And you know, I'm gonna keep putting content out there. For the YouTube algorithm, I gotta upload every day, so I'm gonna be consistent with the content. So I'm hoping to get some positive feedback, and yeah, it'll be good stuff. Sharing my thought process with you guys. Anyways, yeah, bringing that dominant masculine energy to you today. One of my intentions for long-term success, and I'm gonna go out and flourish. Then I'm gonna double back and get my homies. Lift them up too. Not forget where I came from. Grew up in a small town, still here. I got big plans, big dreams, aspirations. And like I said, bringing a different energy to the video today, and it's an energy of unwavering self-belief. And somebody who can make it from a small town, all the distractions, you know what I mean? There's the woman, the drugs, and all these different factors. It's all part of the growing pains, the growth process. And you're really honed in and focused, those distractions fade away, and you're a man on a mission. And you know, through my eyes, I've learned lessons. Like, time is of the essence. And my grind got obsessive. My mind got restless. It's all part of the process, though. You gotta embrace it. It's a thing too, is being able to consciously switch it up. Add some silence in between what I'm saying. Because on your end, your mind is anticipating the next thing that I'm going to say. So by me consciously incorporating silent spaces in between what I'm saying, it allows almost a meditative feel on your end, because I feel that it's slowed down than this one, so I know that energy is being transmitted from me to you on your end. And I don't know what I'm going to say next. It comes out and expresses naturally. I'm not a scripted type of dude. You know, I believe in plans. I have short-term plans, intermittent plans, and long-term plans. They all tie into the one central vision. But the best plan is not rigid. You know, there's going to be some stuff that shows up along the way, along the path, along the journey, that is unanticipated. It's unexpected. You got to be able to roll with the punches. If that means changing your plan, being flexible with it, being able to adapt and adjust. That's one of the things about boxing. Floyd Mayweather's the best in the world because of the adjustments he makes. And rolling with the punches. I mean, he's the epitome of that, right? Everybody falls down. How quick do you get back up? Bounce back. Flip the script. Use that energy, that pain from when you're down. Channel that. Mental alchemy. Utilize that as fuel to keep pushing. Keep moving forward, to keep grinding, keep doing your thing, because you have unwavering self-belief. I know you do, because you're listening to this video, and I do, and you've been attracted to this video for a reason. You got to keep on keeping on. Life goes on. Time roll, it's going with or without you. So, and once you attune yourself to a certain frequency, things start to change. Synchronicity. You start seeing stuff that you didn't see before. Stuff starts clicking, starts making sense. And you have a new sense of aliveness, a new sense of power. I feel that grounded sense of power in me right now. And I know you do too, because you're listening to this. I feel it, and you know, the semen retention is for real. I haven't ejaculated in weeks. But it's one thing to abstain from releasing, from ejaculating. But if you're sitting on that energy and not doing anything with it, then it actually can be counterproductive. We gotta use methods and techniques from information that we absorb and accumulate from quality sources that we trust, and we can tell by their vibe and the energy they're bringing. And our sense of clarity and discernment can weed out the bullshit and cut straight to the truth. We sense that, we know that, we feel that truth emanating from the person who's speaking. And then instead of sitting on this energy that we're not releasing, we channel that into our endeavors and what we intend to actualize and experience. The physical world. Because we can imagine it all day. And I've been there. I can literally be in a room and go to a different place in my mind, in my imagination, and be completely oblivious to what's going on around me. I've done it like when I was in New York City. Chaotic environment, noise going on everywhere, everything. There's a sense of chaotic energy. But in back of that is that still silence, that presence, that kind of holds it all together. And if you can tune into that, don't let the chaos distract you. If you can do it in that kind of environment, you can do it wherever. And you can literally visualize, once your pineal gland, third eye, is decalcified and open, you can have clear visions that you imagine. And when you infuse the power of the imagination, the power of the mind with feeling, your thoughts, emotions, and actions all organized and in an alignment, working synonymously, and it's backed by the power of the spirit. That's all that's our fourfold nature in the human experience: thoughts, the mind, actions of the body, emotions, which is our feelings, and spirit. That we'll call it spirit. It's been called many different names. It's been called God, divine, the vital force energy, core, essence, presence. Are all labels. Take the labels seriously. Understand where the labels are pointing. Because that's part of enlightenment, right? Is that coming to that place within yourself, having that experience where it's transcendent of the mind. You see beyond the mind. And once you have that kind of experience, it never leaves you. And you know the power of it. But in that experience, we realize that nothing fundamentally has any meaning except the meaning we give it with our mind, with our conscious intellect. So what kind of meaning do you want to give life? Do you want to be empowered and have that sense of vigor and aliveness and vitality and presence? That masculine dominant energy, just symbolize, the right side, the left brain, and the right arm, masculine side. It's perfectly interweaved with the right brain, the ethereal brain, spiritual brain, and then the left arm, the feminine side. It's heart on the left side. And as the last video I was in the feminine fields. You know what I mean? It's because my heart. Call it a heart chakra, call it whatever label you want to give it, but I feel that energy in the heart. Sometimes as men, we want to put our right hand over our heart and embrace it with left hand, that feminine energy. And when both sides are operating at full force and in proper balance, we become an unstoppable force. And we know in our hearts that whatever potentiality in the quantum field that we want to actualize and experience in this world is going to happen. Once we plant that seed in the mind, and it's infused with feeling, and it's a clear vision with all the sensory details. You know, I'm in the process of writing a book right now, and I literally can visualize the book and feel it in my hands and the texture of it and what it's going to feel like sharing it with friends and, you know, the people that doubted you, and what it's going to feel like when they're now proud of you. And then you are that source of inspiration. Like I said at the beginning of the video, go and flourish and double back and get your people. Pass the power to your people. There ain't nothing realer than that. And don't forget where you came from. There's a lot of people at the success and the money, they let it change them up. And they let it get to their head. You know, Conor McGregor is an example, right? So, came from poor growing up, got his first $50,000 from a fight, and was like crying all emotional, like super grateful. And then, you know, started getting the millions, and then became an arrogant prick. Changed him up. Forgot his roots. That's not to say he won't come full circle and, you know, snap out of that, you know, egoic pride state, which is actually not a sense of power. A lot of people perceive pride as power, but it's not. It's actually a lower level emotion. Being prideful actually is, in a way, it's like dependent on other people's validation and approval. And if they take that away from you, if they don't approve of you, then it hurts your pride. It hurts your ego. But you're not your ego. You're not your idea of yourself. That's part of the... It's part of the spiritual dimension. But to be a fully integrated human, you have to have that spiritual element too, and have that side of you, and realize that's there. You know, there's a time and a place for that, to sit and meditate and go within, and your inner voice and intuition will guide you and lead you to do that naturally. When it's time to grind, it's fucking time to grind, baby. And when it's time to put your nose to the grindstone, it's time to put your fucking nose to the grindstone. No days off. Time is of the essence. And my grind got obsessive. My mind got restless. You know why? Because until that goal, that vision is accomplished, there's no time for days off. You know, there's homies locked up out here. Who are we to mess with it? Mess with the blessing of this freedom, time we got. So reach for the sky. Have that unshakable, unwavering self-belief. You fucking got this, man. I'm telling you. I feel that too. And I know you do. You know, repetition is key. Watch this video over and over and over again. Soak up the vibes. There's videos that I've watched hundreds of times. One of them is, rest in peace, Bob Proctor. I mentioned him in one of my other videos. It's called The Terror Barrier. Watch that one. Bob Proctor, The Terror Barrier. I'll put a link in the description. It's powerful. It's, my last video, I put info in the description about fear. And from the book Outwitting the Devil. And this Terror Barrier video talks about fear as well. As you know, we essentially only have two motivations that fuel us. And it's either fear, which comes from scarcity consciousness, or love, from abundance consciousness. I know you want to live an abundant life, and you can. You're there now. I feel that. You know, facing that decision is a funny feeling. But when you definitely decide in your heart, you know. You know that you're going to experience that vision. And I'm with you, man. God bless. If you're liking the video so far, subscribe. I appreciate it. Appreciate the positive feedback. I appreciate you watching to the end. See you in the next video.